Hey everybody, this is Josh with Dirt Don't Hurt Adventures. This is a video that was shot last year. My buddy Davey and I went down to Syria, Virginia, and we were going to drive over to Shenandoah National Park and do an overnight backpacking trip. It actually ended up being a day hike because it was raining and we got a late start, and we ended up going into the night and making it back to the truck. So we carried a bunch of gear for nothing. We arrived the night before and stayed at Graves Mountain Farm and Lodge. And it was a pretty nice place to stay. There's a shower and a bed. So after driving 4 hours, that worked out pretty good. We got in there pretty late. And we were able to at least get a big breakfast the next day. They have a buffet style breakfast, so that was pretty nice. This is their lodge setup. And then where we had breakfast. You see Davey's super psyched about that. Then we headed down Weekly Hollow Road, which takes you to an entrance to Shenandoah Park, which is basically a shelter with a ranger there where you check in. Here's the parking area. There weren't too many people here today. I guess it was they were calling for storms, so probably scared a lot of people off. So we got ready to go, and Davey had a fishing hook stuck in his pants.
They don't hurt, but hooks do.
So we ended up doing the Cedar Run Trail to Hawksbill, and then we hopped on the Appalachian Trail and took that to Skyland, and then we backtracked a little bit and took the White Oak Canyon Trail back to the truck. So according to All Trails, that loop is 12 and a half miles with 3,481 feet of elevation gain. Also, since we ducked over to Skyland, we figured that might have added a mile or a mile and a half. So we're somewhere in between 13 and 14 miles total round trip for this loop. All in all, this is a pretty fun hike, and you do see a lot of different scenery, a couple overlooks, and there's some pretty neat stream crossings. It's definitely very rocky. It's slippery. It was pretty wet that day. As you can see, it's pretty slippery. And at night, it's a little treacherous. At this point, we passed this cave, and we went a little further, and it actually started raining and storming a little bit. So we actually turned around and returned to it and hung out here for a little while and blew a little time. We weren't so worried about the rain, mostly the thunder and lightning, more so the lightning. So we sat here, dried out. Young lady was hiking past us. We asked if she wanted to hang out in the cave with us, but I think she was a little creeped out, so she kept going in the rain. So, advice to you single guys, don't invite a woman into a cave. She probably will get creeped out. So we had some lunch, had some ramen noodles, and in reality, basically carried a backpack and a tent and a whole bunch of gear. And all I really needed was these ramen noodles because we didn't even stay overnight. So that was pretty hilarious in itself. There is a shelter on the way up to the Hawksbill Overlook. I believe it's marked as day use only. I don't think they want anybody camping there, but feel free to comment and correct me if I'm wrong. But as far as I know, it's day use only. I had this really intense epic music so that it eases the pain of what you're about to see, because a lot of hikers will probably be really upset with us right now, but we were really hungry and did this. So this ended up being like the most glamped out backpacking trip ever because we had a big dinner and beer and didn't even stay overnight. We ended up getting back to the truck and going home. And not to mention, we had a giant breakfast in the morning and stopped for a good hour in a cave. So, yeah, this was not terribly impressive, but it was a fun hike and we had a good time. And we made it back safely. So that's always a good thing. By this point, we were hiking at night for a couple hours. Davey was seeing buildings, which we thought was either a Pizza Hut or the visitor center from Jurassic Park, but they ended up just kind of being giant rocks. So we kept on going. We couldn't find a place to camp, and we were at this point so close to the truck, we went home. So that's our day hike / backpacking trip. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.